I'm Greg Floyd here with Cody Holyoke because today is the very first day of Common Core testing in New York State. Student after student across the Capital Region telling teachers today, we're not going to take the English Language Arts Common Core test. You've been tracking the numbers today. Some of them are really interesting. There's one district where more than half the kids opted out today.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising, Greg. Moms and dads, of course, promised to refuse to let their kids take the test because they don't agree with them on moral grounds. And honestly, they weren't bluffing. We made calls all day. Here's a sampling of the districts in our area. We just want to show you here. The opt-out rates, as we're calling them. We've been following these all day, and the numbers truly run the gamut. Troy hovers at about 8%. Albany, right at 5 o'clock, we got an email from the school district that said it went up to 15.5%. North Colonie, 13. Saratoga, around 13. Bethlehem stands at 14.5%. And the numbers continue to grow from there. Again, this isn't every district in our area. It's sort of a cross-section, if you will. Guilderland and Scotia-Glenville stayed below 20%. Then the numbers almost double. 34% of the students in Berne-Knox-Westerlo's district refused to take the test. Nearly 43% in the Ravena-Coeymans-Selkirk district, and more than half of the students, as Greg said, and Mohonasen opted out. 53%. That is far more than just a blip on the radar. Late this afternoon, we spoke with that district's assistant superintendent of curriculum, who tells us this is a serious cause for concern. She's worried school funding could be at stake here because this is how it works. Schools need a 95% participation rate to make adequate yearly progress, or AYP as it's known. That, over time, according to administrators, could cause serious problems for schools, including, and not limited to, sanctions and even withholding funding.
You can be identified as a focus school, and so you have to comply with some certain plans. There's a potential that if you get federal monies, then some of those monies may have to be reallocated, and you may not have the control over them that you had before being identified as a school. But we're not really sure exactly what's going to happen. I don't know that it's going to be positive.
Late today, we got a statement from Board of Regents Chancellor Merrill Tisch, who wrote in part, those who call for opting out really want New York to opt out of information that can help parents and teachers understand how well students are doing. We cannot, she says, go back to ignoring the needs of our children. Of course, this is something we'll continue to keep an eye on. These numbers are still trickling into our newsroom from today. We'll also be checking the ramifications of this and what happens because of all of these kids opting out. You can follow the stats at CBS6Albany.com. Greg?